I told you I was going to give you this wonderful little clip of Kamala Harris. She was speaking to a group of people at the U.S. Space Force. Now, this is written. She's reading off a teleprompter. So this rhetoric that she is delivering, it sounds off the cuff. What's sad, it isn't. This was actually scripted. Watch.
Space is exciting. It spurs our imaginations, and it forces us to ask big questions. Space, it affects us all, and it connects us all.
My 11-year-old grandson, I promise, could give a more enlightening, inspirational speech about the opportunities of space than what I just heard. It absolutely is stunning to me that she's Vice President of the United States. Let me go to another couple of clips. This is about the gas hikes that we're seeing. Anybody who's gone to the pump lately, if you've squeezed the handle, you know that we're paying a great deal more for fuel. Joe Biden continues to say that it is all because of Vladimir Putin. Watch.
The second big reason for inflation is gas prices, and it's Vladimir Putin's gas price increase. Putin's invasion of Ukraine has driven up gas prices and food prices all around the world.
I'm not sure sometimes what he was even talking about, but I can guarantee you this. Gas prices were hiking dramatically before Putin invaded Ukraine. And we could have no need whatsoever for Russian oil. Nobody in the world would need it if we'd open up the spigots of American oil and gas. We got plenty, several hundred years worth under our own feet in this country. You know who turned those spigots off? Joe Biden did. And I'm not just talking about the Keystone XL pipeline. He shut down the permitting processes on federal lands. He made it much more difficult in a regulatory way for any exploration to be continued offshore and on federal property. And the net result is that we have less of a supply. When you have less supply, but the demand is the same, the price goes up. This is not complicated. This is the most fundamental thing about economics. It is, as people say, economics 101. I don't know if it's 101 or 102, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but it's the most foundational principle of economics. Everything has to do with supply and demand. And if there's very little demand, the price goes down. If there's a very strong demand, the price goes up. And if there is a strong demand and a lowering supply, the price really goes up. What we have is that the supply has been diminished largely by Biden's policies, not by the invasion of Russia into the Ukraine. And the net result is the demand is still high. Result, high prices. You're paying them. Thank you, Joe. That's who you need to thank for that. Now, Biden is at the same time telling us the prices are high. He tells us we need to get off oil. Watch this.
But we need to do something else. We need to get off this roller coaster of relying on oil.
It's really not a roller coaster, Joe. I mean, the fact is, so much of what fuels our economy is petroleum-based. Now, I'd love to see us all go green and sustainable, and I'd like to ride a unicorn in the Leprechaun Rodeo and maybe even win the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But there's a lot of things that we're not ready for, and that's one of them. Now, if you're seeing this, I know you've enjoyed that video. I mean, how could you not, after all? So you know what you should do? Leave a like, click on the subscribe button below, and hit the notification bell next to it so you'll always know when I have another video up for you to enjoy.